The Apple Watch Ultra lineup has been sitting quietly without a significant update for over 18 months now. Aside from a new satin black color in 2024, Apple hasn't touched the Ultra's hardware since the Ultra 2 launched on September 22nd, 2023. That's a long wait, especially considering Apple's usual yearly cadence for product refreshes. But if the rumors and leaks are anything to go by, the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is not just coming. It's gearing up to be a truly major upgrade. This is Technology Review, and we're breaking down everything you need to know and expect from the Apple Watch Ultra 3, including some next-level tech Apple might be working on. Apple seems to have staggered the updates between the regular Apple Watch series lineup and the Ultra series. Last year was all about the Series 10, and now the spotlight is shifting toward the Ultra 3. It makes perfect sense from a marketing perspective, not allowing one watch to overshadow the other. But that also tells us something important. Apple has been saving up big changes for the Ultra 3, and 2025 looks to be its moment of glory. A bigger, better display. If you thought the Apple Watch Ultra 2 had a big screen, the Ultra 3 might just top it. The Series 10 now features a display that's 35mm Superscript 2 larger than the Ultra 2, despite being marketed as a smaller 46mm watch compared to the Ultra's 49mm. That means Apple's newer display technology has allowed them to push the limits of screen size without dramatically increasing the case size. Expect Apple to use a similar trick with the Ultra 3, possibly pushing the size up to 50mm or even 51mm, while slimming down the bezels for a more immersive view. Apple is also likely to bring the new LTPO 3 display tech from the Series 10 to the Ultra 3. This would allow for better viewing angles and a super low 1 Hz refresh rate, which enables features like a second hand in always-on mode, something the Ultra 2 can't do. The improved display could be more energy efficient, too, helping balance out new power-hungry features without hurting battery life. A next-gen chip and all-titanium build. The Ultra 3 is expected to adopt a new processor as well. Whether it's the S10 from the Series 10 or an even newer S11 chip, the performance jump could be significant. Expect faster animations, smoother operation, and maybe even more advanced sensor data processing. Along with this, Apple is likely to ditch the ceramic back in favor of a full titanium build, mirroring what we saw in the Series 10. That should make the Ultra 3 feel even more premium and rugged, while reducing the chances of damage during extreme sports and activities. Slimming down is another area where Apple might surprise us. While Ultra watches are built to be tough and solid, many users have noted how they can snag on shirt cuffs. Apple is reportedly making the Ultra 3 just a bit thinner, possibly shaving off a millimeter or two, making it easier to wear daily without compromising durability. Faster charging is coming. Charging speed has improved on the Series 10, reaching 80% in about 30 minutes. The Ultra 2, by contrast, still takes about an hour to hit 80%. With the Ultra 3, Apple is expected to close that gap, possibly matching the 30-minute charge time. That could make the Ultra 3 a much more convenient wearable for athletes and adventurers who need quick boosts between training sessions or expeditions. Audio and microphone upgrades. The Series 10 introduced voice isolation for clearer calls, a feature not currently found on the Ultra 2. While the Ultra 2 includes 3 microphones for better ambient audio capture, the Series 10 only has 1. Ideally, Apple would combine the best of both, 3 microphones with voice isolation for the Ultra 3. That would result in crystal clear call quality, especially in windy or noisy environments, and further solidify the Ultra status as a go-anywhere, do-anything watch. Likely features: 5G and satellite SOS. One of the more exciting and plausible upgrades coming to the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is 5G connectivity. Most regions that support cellular Apple Watches now have solid 5G coverage, and bringing it to the Ultra 3 would future-proof the device. However, Apple will need to find ways to implement this without killing battery life, as 5G is more power-hungry than LTE. A reduced or optimized version of 5G could be on the table, aimed at occasional data bursts rather than constant high-speed activity. Satellite SOS is another highly anticipated feature. iPhones already support it, and adding it to the Ultra 3 would make sense, especially for users who leave their phones behind while hiking or exploring remote areas. If you're out of cellular range but have your Ultra 3 on, being able to send an emergency signal via satellite could be life-saving. Apple would likely design this feature to activate only when needed or manually to conserve battery. Blood pressure and blood oxygen monitoring. Blood pressure monitoring has long been rumored for Apple Watches, and 2025 might finally be the year we see it introduced. It's a complex feature that involves more than just sensors. It needs FDA clearance and accuracy over time. But Apple has the resources to make it happen, and it would be a massive win for users with a history of hypertension or cardiovascular issues. Blood oxygen monitoring has faced legal hurdles recently, particularly in the US, where Apple had to disable it on some devices. Apple is likely working hard to bring this feature back, potentially through a reworked sensor setup or improved software. If they succeed, expect the Ultra 3 to feature it again, especially considering it's such a critical metric for athletes and adventurers. Wishless features, but don't get your hopes up. Let's talk about a few features we would love to see in the Apple Watch Ultra 3, even if they might not happen. First up, a real flashlight. Garmin watches like the Fenix 7 Pro already have a physical LED torch, and it's incredibly useful for nighttime runs, hikes, or even just walking to the bathroom. The Apple Watch, by contrast, simply lights up its screen to max brightness. That's not quite the same. The issue is Apple's design flexibility. The Ultra can be worn on either wrist, with the screen flipped accordingly. Adding a flashlight would mean designing lights on both the top and bottom edges of the watch, complicating things. Still, we can dream. Battery life is another perennial wishlist item. While the Ultra 2 already has the best battery life of any Apple Watch, pushing it even further, perhaps to 3 full days, would really set it apart from the competition. With power-hungry features like 5G and satellite SOS potentially on board, improving battery life might actually become a necessity. A final wishlist item is modular bands with smart features. Imagine a band that includes extra sensors, extra battery, or even gesture controls. Apple has filed patents in this space before, so while it may not arrive in the Ultra 3, it's definitely something to watch for in future models. And if you've been holding off on upgrading from the original Ultra or Ultra 2, this might be the year to make the jump. The Ultra 3 is shaping up to be worth every bit of the wait. This has been Technology Review, and we'll be keeping you updated with every new leak, rumor, and official confirmation as we head closer to Apple's September 2025 event. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.